Good afternoon and welcome to the power pole round of the Hobie Kayak Brim Series. This round in fact is the final round of the series for this year, which represents the 11th consecutive series from the team at Hobie Fishing Asia Pacific. There have been plenty of discussions over the course of the last week or so regarding the AOY race that, as you are all very well aware, will determine the next Australian team for the upcoming Hobie Kayak Fishing World Championships. The arena here at Marlo has certainly thrown us a very wild and windy day to find out just who will be crowned our Angler of the Year for Series 11. And as well as that, we will certainly have a winner of the event by 2:30 tomorrow afternoon. In this particular round, we do have anglers being represented from South Australia, New South Wales, Queensland, the ACT, Victoria, and I must make a very special mention to a couple of anglers that have travelled all the way across from WA. So thank you very much to all of those anglers that have made a very significant, impact on the event for us. So we definitely look forward to seeing more of the WA and South Australian guys making it over to the East Coast, as well as some of the East Coast guys making it back over there. So thank you very much, guys, for that. As part of the round, we have ended up with 74 anglers competing here today. And that is across several divisions, including our Open Division, our Youth, Masters, Grand Masters, Women's, and also our first time entrants. I have to say that these events are definitely not possible without the support of our sponsor group. And as I had mentioned, this particular round is supported directly by PowerPole, but the list of the sponsors for the series does continue on, which does include Dial, who is the naming rights sponsor for our series. We also have Lowrance, Gerber, TT Lures, Lure Fans, Strike Pro, Mortgage Corp, along with Hobie Polarized, Pro Lure, Cranker and JML. So thank you very much for all of the support that you've provided to us this year and in years past, and we certainly look forward to continuing that relationship with you all again in years to come. For today, anglers are fishing for cash and prizes. There will be a prize specifically for the Atomic Big Brim and also to the Mortgage Corp Monster Mover, which certainly from having a chat to a few of the guys out on the water over the course of the day, tomorrow should in fact have a fairly significant race there for Monster Mover, because I think it was a fairly tough day all round on the water. If I may also just quickly mention the ongoing support from Jim Barry, who is the co-tournament director for the series, Rachel on scoring, and for this particular weekend, Matt Petrie and Carl Dubois, who will be giving us some help at the bump tub and also on the camera. So Jimbo, if we are ready to go, who have we first? Lindsay Pryke. All right, Lindsay, I would argue that this is probably a fairly close waterway for you guys. It's probably not necessarily a local, but one that you have definitely fished before.
Yeah, we fish it fairly often.
Rightio, so from what I can see, they are 2 fish for this particular session. One fairly handy number in there.
Yeah, one's all right.
Yep. What I will do, sorry guys, I'll get that out of the way. All right, so these 2 fish are going to weigh in at 1.59. Now, whilst you are up first, do you want to have a look at that guy for the Big Brim? Yep. As it has been said before, it is worth $100, so why don't we have a look at that guy? Very good. All right, Jimbo, ready to go. 0.92. So a fairly handy start, guys. I'm sure that we are going to anticipate seeing a couple of models that may knock that guy off, but certainly a very handy start. Thanks, Lindsay. Wonderful, mate. All right, coming up next, we've got John Clisby. All right, John, we did have a bit of a chat out on the water there very early in the morning, and I think things were probably a little bit different to what you experienced yesterday.
Yeah, pre-fish was a lot better than today. But that is the way it is.
And they do say that it's fishing, not catching, right?
Correct.
So, all right, so those 2 fish for you today, John, we're looking at a weight of 0.97.
They are squeakers.
They are, but there is tomorrow, and I think, as I said, based on what we heard, I think there's a few guys that are probably looking at a lot of ones. Yep. So 2 is a big step in the right direction.
No worries, thanks mate.
You have a great day. Cheers. All right, Stephen Pryke. Now, having a quick catch up with Steve out there today on the water, he may or may not in fact be probably the only person that we spoke to with 3 fish. Rocky, well done.
Thank you.
Now, a little bit of travel for you over the course of the last couple of months. You did in fact make a pretty big effort getting yourself over to WA, and that was I would say, a very strategic move on your part.
Yeah, pretty much chasing AOY points at that stage, and went over there, didn't even expect to do that well, and took out the win, so
Yeah, no,
nice
it's,
little shock.
yeah, look, a fantastic result. But you do have 3 fish for us here today, and those 3 fish are going to weigh in at 1.93. So, mate, that's an outstanding result, given a very, very tough day.
Thank
I
you.
look forward to seeing you up here tomorrow, buddy. Thank you. All right, following on from Steve, Corey Gallagher. Seems to be the run of Victorians to start us off for today. Corey has 1 fish for us, and they keep telling me that 1 is better than none.
Yeah, especially when you get at 1:30.
You just got to keep casting, mate. That's that is definitely the name of the game.
Tough day, very tough.
All right, so that 1 is going to give you a weight at 0.61. All right, let's have another look for tomorrow, mate. Yep. All right, thank you. Cheers. Paul Davidson continues our trend of Victorians. Now, is that another wrap on that kayak, or have I just kind of missed you over the course of the last little while?
No, that's, well, it is. It's after Hopkins.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got that
Some
sunburn
changed
from it
off
'cause
the-
it was so
The
reflective.
chrome wrap. Yeah.
It did look good. I liked it, but
Yeah.
it's just too reflective.
Not quite as practical as what you thought it might have
Yeah.
been. A pretty handy number there. 1 fish. Piece hits still enough. 0.78. So a little bit of work to do for pretty well everyone across the board for tomorrow, mate. But
Yes.
certainly good luck.
Thank you.
Cheers. Stefan Majira. Another Victorian, dare I say. Look, it's certainly fantastic to see the support from the local anglers in their local state. We certainly do appreciate it. Mate, another number 1.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to be saying that a bit over the course of the next half an hour. Yeah, it was, mate. Look, certainly that wind, look, we all want wind on the water, but I guess when it blows like that, it certainly makes it a little tough. And that 1 fish weighing in at 0.60. So certainly not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Thanks, mate. All right, Jonathan Chen. Now, Chenny, you had a rather interesting trip making it to Marlo this year. If it was a matter of things coming in 3s, I think you had 9
Yeah,
different things that kind of took
so
place.
pretty much car broke down and then exchanged cars in Cooma with the parents,
Yep.
and then
Where was
hit a
the-
roo on the way down and a possum, and then power broke yesterday.
Which we got fixed up pretty quickly.
Yes.
So, mate, look, a big day out on the water. That 1 fish for you will give you a weight of 0.58.
Thank you.
All right, mate, all the best for tomorrow. Thanks, Jenny. All right. Dave Hedge, 1 fish for the first New South Welshman,
Yeah.
and certainly not the last, I'm sure.
Probably.
But again, not bad fish.
Yeah, nice fish. Just really nice. Just few more. He was the only bite I had all day.
Like literally,
Yeah, over a couple of perch.
yep,
Yeah,
a
no.
couple of perch. Yep. It sounds like there was a whole plague of the perch out there. 0.88 will get you up and running, and yeah, as I did say, mate, certainly not out of the race by any stretch. Thanks, Eddie. All right, who have we got next? Jack Gammy. I must say, something that we don't see all that often is 1 fish for you, Jack. It's normally a full fish bag, but yeah, a bit of a harder day.
Yeah, very hard today.
Yep.
A lot of miles, no smiles. Put it that way.
Yeah, I've heard that, but you know, what are you going to do, buddy? It's still a handy fish. We are weighing in at 0.75. So, will you do the same thing tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll fish a bit different tomorrow.
Yep.
Not go all the way up to the top, that's
Yep.
for sure. So anyway.
All right, mate. All the best. All right, Stewie Walker. Now, certainly not Stewie's first rodeo. He's yeah, certainly a veteran of the ABT voting series, and has, I believe, just taken out the non-voter for the Angler of the Year, but was the 5th instalment, mates.
Don't get those fish dry yet.
I wouldn't do that to you. All right, mates. Look, we really appreciate you coming along, and certainly hoping that you're enjoying your time on the Pro Angler 14. The 2 fish that you got there for today, 1.30.
Thank you very much.
3rd place, in fact. I don't know, mate. We'll see how it lands. Thanks, Jimmy. All right, Aaron Williams. Now, one fish, certainly an angler that is looking very, very closely at the AOY rankings for this year. It is going to change this weekend. We all know that, and I guess the fact that it has been fairly tough for everyone, certainly keeps tomorrow to be a very, very interesting day.
And practically giving it away.
I don't know, mate. It's not over till it's over. One fish at 0.45, and we definitely look forward to seeing you tomorrow, mate.
Cheers,
That
mate.
is 11th at the minute. All right. So Sean Hill, I understand, is next. Another South Coast New South Welshman. Now Hilly, with one fish in the bag and needing 1.94 kilos to take the lead, that could be a tall order. I think so. Still, again, a very, very healthy Marlo black brim. You're calling him for what, 0.8? Yeah, thereabouts? All right, let's have a look. 900. That's a better number. All right, mate, all the best for tomorrow, and we look forward to seeing you back on stage. Cheers. All right, moving along, Simon Morley. Now, when we did have a catch up as things sort of blew up out on the lake out there earlier this morning.
Got a bit crazy out there, I admit.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Did manage to find that out there though.
You are the eternal dark horse. Mate, that's incredible. That's a hell of a fish. Right, 2 fish in the bag. Let's have a look at it. Holy, 2.08 kilos for 2 fish. And I've got a funny feeling that you may want to weigh that one.
I might just, yeah.
Right, mate, you know the drill. Alright, let's get him in there. We might actually get you to hold that guy up for the camera too after this. That is just an amazing specimen, guys. That is going to hit you at 1.44 kilos. That's just an outstanding fish, mate. Well done. Persistence pays off, and obviously every cast counts. So hold that guy up for the camera and let everyone take a good hard look at that and know what they're chasing down. All right, let's get him back in the water nice and healthy. Well done, mate. That's fantastic. All right, Zach Morozov. Now, Zach, you are still tied up with Pete out at the Australian Bass Angler. He is one of our Hobie dealers in Western Sydney, and certainly has been with us for a number of years. How long have you been with Pete out there now?
Yeah, about 2.5 years.
2.5 years, yep. And certainly you guys got hold of some of those new PA 360s recently?
We do indeed.
Yep. So I think we've got one of those here being represented this weekend. So that's handy product in the market. 2 fish, quite healthy, 1.58 kilos, and in fact, Zach, that's going to give you 4th place. Thank you. At the minute. Well done, buddy. All right, we're getting through this nice and quick. Grant Hocking. Now, Grant, I'd almost say that you did not have to travel that far today. No, sorry, my apologies. Travel on water. You didn't seem to move too far away from the start line here.
I'm pretty lazy.
I wasn't suggesting that. That's not what it was. But sometimes you don't have to do all those big miles to find some good fish. But
It's all water.
yep, very healthy number there, mate. That one fish for you will come in at 0.68. And would you believe that is putting you into 11th at present? So I guess the nature of today is going to make tomorrow very, very interesting. All right, David Ayton. Now, we thought you might have been lost this morning. I'm sure you've been to Marlo before.
Trouble is I'm in luxury digs and it's slow getting
Just
going.
a little comfortable, mate.
Yeah.
All right.
Too relaxed.
So again, a very, very healthy fish. We just need a couple more of them.
Yeah, we do.
Yep. Alright, so that one fish for you today, mate, is going to give you a total of 1.03 kilos.
Thanks, Chris.
So very, very healthy, mate. Let's see a couple more again tomorrow. Thanks, Dave. Alright, getting through things nice and quickly, guys, but just a quick recap. In first position currently, we've got Simon Morley at 2.08 kilos. Stephen Pryke coming in at 1.93. Lindsay Pryke 159. Zachary Morozov at 158. And Stewie Walker rounding out at 1.3. So that's your top five as we're sitting. Andrew, if you are next, and we'll say Delica. We're on that. All right, mate. One fish for you today. Mate, where have you travelled from? Ballarat. Okay. Been to Marlo previously? Yeah. Yep. Not necessarily a local, but not a local. Rightio. All right, that one fish for you, mate, is going to give you a very healthy 0.76. And again, that seems to be a handy number. Series 11, round 11, you are in 11th. All right, mate, thanks again. All right, Jason Deenan. Mate, we had a bit of a chat to you almost from a distance out there today. That was pretty windy, dude, but you seem really comfortable. Sorry, Jim.
Yeah, no, it was a little windy out there, but I was pretty comfortable. Didn't seem as bad as the day before, so yeah, no, I was all good.
Just grip it and rip it and away you went.
Yep.
All right, mate, one fish for you today is going to give you a total of 0.79. And in fact, 10. All right, very handy. Good on you, mate.
Thank you.
All right, Tom McLean. Some serious miles on those legs once again. Tom is... No, actually, I'm not even going to talk about Grandmasters today, Tom.
Thanks, Steve always does, and I never like.
All right, mate. One fish for you today. Let's see if we can't improve that tomorrow. As we stand, again, a very, very healthy fish at 1.01. And in fact, Tom, that is 7th place for you at present.
Good day, thanks.
All right, thanks, Tom. All right, so despite the fact not being a lot of fish, certainly some very, very healthy fish. Pine Ross, as you are otherwise better known.
Yeah.
You are going to give us the correct pronunciation.
Yeah. Ipiniha.
Ipiniha.
Yeah. Okay. So people call me Pine because it's spelled in the middle. So.
It's really not that hard, is it?
Nah.
All right, Pino, that is going to come in at 0.72 and 15th, mate. So look, today is hard, tomorrow is going to be better. All right. All right, James Kilpatrick, the absolute brains trust behind Hunter Watersports, that is based up in Belmont and certainly one of our most successful Hobie dealers over the last 5 or 6 years. Good to see you here, mate.
Yeah, it's good to be down here.
A little bit of a perch session up there maybe early on?
Yeah, 18 for the day.
Holy
18
dooly.
perch and 1 gram.
They are amongst them.
They are.
All right. So tomorrow we'll keep casting. For today, that one fish is going to give you a total of 0.98. Very, very healthy, mate, and in fact, 8th position.
Thank you.
All right, thanks. All right, so that top 5 is still staying as we were. Simon Morley, Stephen Pryke, Lindsay Pryke, Zachary Morozov and Stewie Walker. So in the next couple, there is barely probably 10 or 12 grams between. Francis,
How you doing?
good to see you, bud.
Yeah, good.
Now, what's the young bloke done today?
He hasn't caught fish, that's what he's done today.
Should we just say that one more time?
Yeah, Cullen hasn't caught fish today.
There you go.
Can I get a cheer from everyone?
So in the father and son race, you're all over it today. That is going to give you one fish for 0.64 and 18th overall.
Thanks.
All right, mate. We'll see you tomorrow for sure. All right. Next on our list is Matt Jorgensen. Now, Matty, the word on the street is that you have one of, if not the first, Pro Angler 14 360s.
Yeah, sure do, mate.
Kindly supplied by.
James at HWS.
There you go.
Brought it down for me on Thursday night, so
Does the service get much better than that?
unreal.
I wouldn't have
Yep.
thought so.
Yep.
So-
Great bloke.
I've called him worse, but we'll work with Great Bloke for now. One fish for you today, Matty, is going to give you a total at 0.54. And I'm sure,
Thanks.
Matt, you would be very, very happy if any of the guys wanted to come over and have a chat and take a look.
For sure.
You can't miss it. It's bright as the day.
That's it.
All right, champ.
Thanks.
We'll see you soon. Tap. All right. Who have we on? Brad. Brad Clark, also from Victoria, with one fish. Now, unless this thing is going to weigh in at about 2.09 kilos,
Yeah, no chance of that, mate?
that's not going to happen, but it is still, again, that sort of consistent 600 odd gram black brim from Marlo. So one fish for Brad, weighing in at 670 grams. All right, mate.
Thanks,
Good
mate.
to
Thanks
see
for
you.
the drive, bringing out the
No,
drive.
our absolute pleasure. We will always be there to help. All right, McCoy Hansen. Now, a New South Welshman, it tells me. Now, McCoy, we have not met to this point, I don't believe.
No.
No?
Second tournament, first fish.
Okay, and the first tournament was at
The last one.
St George's Base? Yep, yep. That's my home waterway, so pretty part of the world. Mate, very well, very nice fish there. One fish for the day at 0.96, and that, ladies and gentlemen, given the way that Marlo has fished today, is going to represent a 10th place.
Thank you.
All right, look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thanks, buddy. All right, I would have to say that Terry Grimmer is next on the list. Now, there would be very few people that I would personally know that have owned or does own more Hobie kayaks than this bloke. How many have we got in the stable at the minute, Tess?
We've got 3 at the moment.
3 at the moment, but I would say that the number might be over 18 or 19 over the years.
I'd say
Is it that many?
No, a bit more than that.
Okay, we might have cracked 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've beaten 20.
Okay. Look,
By a long while.
Terry's been around with Hobie and with our product for a lot of years, and we certainly appreciate his support seeing him here at these events. One fish at 0.54, you know it's going to get better.
I hope so, Chris.
It will.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's,
We'll make it work,
3 casts, they say.
so I'm told.
Cheers.
Thanks, Terry. All right, who we got next? Dave Shanahan. Now, Dave has had a pretty handy last 12 months. I guess the Hobie event and series have, I mean, you've treated us well, and it has certainly treated you well also.
been a great year.
Where have you been?
Well, first, earlier this year was to the Gold Coast to represent Australia.
Yep, that's right. Yep.
Then I managed to get invited to the China Open comp.
The first or the second instalment of that one?
First one.
First one? Yep. Yeah, I heard the guys aren't talking too much about that second one. It might have been a bit of a loose trip. Look, one fish, and you did say it was a fairly handy fish, so let's get that guy on the scales, and he is going to give you a weight at 1.09, which is absolutely nothing to be unhappy about, and that is going to give you 6th place. All right, sitting tight at the top. All right, who have we next? You're right, Sven, and I've just lost that. Sorry guys, wait a second.
Rain, wind.
Yeah, you've brought it all for us. There we go.
There you go.
All right. So in a quick chat you were having with Jim there earlier, it's been a few years. Thanks, mate. And you've been doing a bunch of fly fishing over the course of the last few years.
Yeah, I've been riding to fly fishing for EPs and things like that.
Yep.
And last Hobie comp was, I think, in 2013. I fished here.
Was he?
It was here, yeah.
Just lost that again, Jim. Look, one fish for you there today. He's going to give you a weight of 0.74.
Thank you.
And in 18th place. Thanks, mate. Thanks, Ben. Cheers.
You want to put the other unit on it?
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Alright, that should have us back. Apologies there. Mitch King. Now, you told me yesterday that this place is never the same 2 days in a row.
Yeah, never.
Yeah, it's,
Absolutely.
and I guess that's fishing in general.
Yeah, but Marlo's just got this thing where if you found a pattern on a pre-fish or day one,
Yep.
chances that it's going to happen on day two are pretty unlikely.
Pretty slim. Well, it can't have been a bad pattern, so you either had a good day yesterday or a pretty ordinary day, because this is a pretty handy bag for 2 fish.
A third would have been handy.
No doubt. Alright, those 2 for Mitch are going to come in at... I might check that, Mitch. Just give me 2 seconds, Jim.
As long as it's heavier.
Well, we get to find out. Alright. They just felt a ways heavier than that. Scales don't lie. 179. So that is in fact, I believe, going to put you in a 3rd position for tomorrow.
That's amazing.
That is a handy day.
Didn't think of that when I was paddling back, that's for sure.
No. Alright, thanks Mitch. Now Jim, does that just about conclude where we're at? Alright, so let me just round out the top 10 in fact for you with some weights so we all know what we're shooting for tomorrow. Simon Morley currently in the lead with 2.08 kilos, and that would also leave you backing up for a win at St George's Basin, so Simon doing really well. Prikey Stephen at 1.93, Mitch King 179, Lindsay Prike at 159, Zach Morozov at 158. Stewie Walker is coming in at 6 at 1.3, Dave Shanahan for 1.09 in 7th, Dave Ayton 103 in 8th. 9th place is Tom McLean at 101, and James Kilpatrick from Hunter Watersports rounding up the top 10 at 0.98. Thank you very much for your assistance, ladies and gentlemen. We look forward to seeing you all back here again tomorrow. We will be on the water and doing registrations from 6:40 for our briefing, and on water at 7, and exactly the same time for the weigh-in tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. We look forward to seeing everyone then, and thank you.